one thing I'd like to do on this show is talk about the games we love with the other things we love to do around them, like gambling and fantasy sports. If you watched the Monday Night Football megacast on ESPN Plus at the end of the third quarter, you saw our betting expert, Joe Fortenbaugh, give you this tip. Listen.
Something interesting to keep in mind starting right now. Overtime is plus 650. Overtime. That's implied a 13.3% chance. So if you think that this game has a better than 13.3% chance of going to overtime, that's a good bet at plus 650. It's one touchdown drive away, plus the extra point, and holding the Ravens. But something to keep in mind as we work our way through the fourth.
So every Wednesday, I mean, that's some pretty good advice when you say every Wednesday we're going to do a segment called Joe Knows with our guy in Vegas, Joe Fortenbaugh. So, Joe, you hit on the Raiders overtime on Monday, and you're thinking about the Raiders this week. What's your angle in this matchup at Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going against the Raiders this week, Max. This is what we call a situational play in which we're going to be betting against the Raiders situation. It's already a short week based on that Monday Night Football game, but it's the home game in Vegas. It's the debut in front of a full house. If I'm a betting man, and I'd like to fancy that I am, I think that team may have celebrated a little bit after that win. Coming to the facility the next day on Tuesday, short week getting ready for Pittsburgh. You're traveling across the country, early start time against a very good defense in their home opener. So the place is going to be rocking at Heinz. And remember, Denzel Good, the offensive guard for the Raiders, out for the season. This was already a rebuilt offensive line. I think the Raiders are in big trouble in week 2.
One team that impressed in week 1, Joe, was New Orleans. What do you think about their matchup in Carolina this week?
They looked fantastic in week 1, and I think that gives us an opportunity to bet against them in week 2. I'll take Carolina plus 3.5. We have something out here in Vegas called the look-ahead line. All right, they're point spreads that come out more than a week in advance, so you can bet those games before the next games happen. For example, we're heading into week 2. Today, point spreads are coming out for week 3. This is useful because you can take the look-ahead line and then you can compare it to the new line on Monday or Sunday night when it comes out. Well, the Saints were a 1.5-point favorite for this game on the look-ahead line. Then they smashed Green Bay. Now they're a 3.5-point favorite. That moved all the way through the key number of 3. Carolina can play defense. Sam Darnold looked very sharp in Joe Brady's offense in his first game with the Panthers. I don't think Jameis Winston's throwing for 5 touchdowns again this week. The value lies with the Panthers. I'll take the 3.5.
Wow, I'm surprised by that one, but then again, who am I to argue after the clip we just showed? Moving to college football, the big game this week is Alabama at Florida. Where will you be putting your money in this matchup, Joe?
Over. The over is going to play here. It opened around 55.5. It's now up to 59, 59.5. It probably goes through 60. Alabama's offense is going to score points. Bryce Young has looked fantastic so far. 70% completion, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's going against a Florida defense that's okay, but didn't look great against South Florida and Florida Atlantic. This is a huge step up in class. And remember, Florida plays at a very fast tempo, top 30 in the country. So they're moving down the field and scoring fast, or they're giving it back to Alabama very fast. And right there, you're looking at Richardson, one of the 2 quarterbacks that Florida's going to roll out in this game alongside Emory Jones. Richardson's got speed for days. Battling a bit of a hammy injury, but Dan Mullen has said that he looked fine in practice. And that Alabama front 7 is a little banged up, especially at the linebacker position. Florida's going to be able to put some points on the board. This is a kid you want to keep your eye on.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.